Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and as usual, loads going on. Streaming on Mondays normally, Patreon rewards first of every month on our Patreon channel, where you can also see crosswords and connection videos, SVEN'S SUDOKU PAD linked under the video, all of our apps featuring things like Domino Sudoku, Killer Sudoku and Sandwich Sudoku relevant to today. And of course the worms are there too, so those are connected groups of puzzles by some of the greatest constructors there are, who we commissioned and who kindly donated, so do check all that stuff out, it's great fun. Now, I'm going to have a look at a completely, well, you can see from the title, Sudoku attempt number 2, that this is Sarah T's second attempt at setting a Sudoku puzzle, and we're going to have a go at it and see how it goes. It's based on Sandwich Sudoku and Domino Sudoku. There's one killer cage as well. I'll explain the rules. I'll do that now. Why not? We've got normal Sudoku rules applying in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. That's the digits 1 to 9 going in each of those. Now, a clue outside the grid shows the sum of the digits between the 1 and the 9 in that row or column. So in this column, the digits that are between 1 and 9 add up to 8. They might be an 8, but they certainly add up to 8. V joins 2 digits that sum to 5. X joins 2 digits that sum to 10. A white dot joins 2 consecutive digits. And a black dot joins digits where one is double the other. And the cage, of course, shows its sum, which is 11. So those are the rules. Very simple to understand if you've been with us at all. If you haven't, not that hard to understand. Do give it a try. I'm going to start now. Oh, I've hit the wrong button. I sometimes do that. Let's get cracking. Okay, so Sandwich Sudoku. There are some interesting things about Sandwich Sudoku, and one of them is that if you have a 0 row or column, the 1 and 9 in that row or column must be together with nothing in between them. So that must occur in this column. However, there is also a maximum sandwich. If you're 1 and 9 are your kind of crusts of your sandwich, the numbers that go in the middle have to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we can either add all of those up, or we can know the Sudoku secret, which is that every row, column and box of a grid always adds up to 45. It's an amazing secret. It's because that's the sum of the numbers 1 to 9. And if we subtract the 1 and the 9 out of 45, we get the maximum sandwich, and that is 35. So this is the maximum sandwich in column 1. Now that's more helpful initially than the minimum sandwich, because it tells us that the 1 and the 9 are at the ends and all the other digits are sandwiched in between them. And what I like to do in these sandwich puzzles is make the crusts red and non-crust cells, which I know can't be crusts, are green. So there we go, we have begun. Now we get to know where the 2 crusts are in the 0 clue. If that's a 1 or a 9, this one must be as well. And then we know that we've had both red cells for box 7. We've had both red cells for row 9. There's obviously going to be 1 1 and 1 9 in each row, column and box. So there's 2 of each of these 2 of reds. Now, this digit can't be 9, because to make the cage add up to 11, these 2 would have to be 1. And that's ridiculous. So we put a 1 there, and a 9 here, and a 1 in the corner. Now, this sum of 9 can't be done in one cell, because if you had 9 as the sandwich, it couldn't be the crust as well. So both of those are in the sandwich, which is either 2 or 3 cells long. So the crust is here or here, and these are all sandwich digits. Now, what are the possible black dot fills? We can't use a 1. This is either 2 and 4 or 3 and 6. If it's 3 and 6, that's going to become a 9. If it's 2 and 4, that's going to become a 3, and that's a 9. So this digit is 3 or 9. Oh, we've got a V down here that can't use a 1, so that must be a 2-3 pair. The other V in the row must be 1 and 4. Now, one of these is a crust in this row, which has a sandwich sum of 18. If we were to put the crust here, where's the other crust in the row? The furthest away it could get is there, and you'd be trying to make an 18 sandwich in 2 cells. I'm afraid you cannot do it. So that is not a crust. That must be a 4. This is therefore the crust. These two are going to have to add up to 14, and that's going to be the remaining crust, which is a 9. I should have filled in the 1. And now we're getting more information still. Now, we could first of all look at these two. They add up to 14, and they don't use 9. They're 6 and 8. Then I'm going to look at column 9, which has a sandwich clue of 18. So that must account for at least 3 cells. We just worked, well, we nearly worked out that the most 2 cells can add up to in a sandwich is 15 if they were 8 and 7. Now, can it be all 3? Or does it have to be 4? I think the best way to answer that is if these 3 were the sandwich, well, that's possible. They could be 5, 6, and 7. But what would be going on the black dot? The crust would have to be here and would have to be a 1. And that would be a 2 on the black dot. And now this whole thing breaks down. So that's not what happens. We're going to put the crust there instead and say that all of these 4 cells add up to 18. These ones are divisible by 3. Now I know that because of the 2 white dots. Basically, imagine these were 4, 5, and 6. Then the middle one is a 5, and the other 2 are averaging 5. So whatever this total is, it's 3 times that digit. So it is divisible by 3. Now the sandwich sum 18 is also divisible by 3. And that means if these are divisible by 3 and all these 4 are divisible by 3, this cell on its own must be divisible by 3 as well. This is either 3 or 6. Now if it was 3, these add to 15, an average of 5 there, and that works fine. 3, 4, 5, 6. If this was 6, these add up to 12, average 4, and that works quite well as well. I think this digit is always 5 in both of those scenarios, which feels really quite strange, but it is true. No, it's not. I've got it. It's not true. It's 4 or 5. This is a 4-5 pair in both scenarios. Oh, I see. These digits are always 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. We need to place an 8 in this column. That 8 can't be down in box 9 where there's a 6-8 pair already sitting, so it's got to go up in the corner. And these cells are now 2 and 7. Oh, I never worked out what the third cell in this cage was. It looks like it's either 8 or 7 to add up to 11. 8 on the white dot is next to 7 or 9, but we've coloured this cell green, and that tells me it is not a 9. Remember, the 1s and the 9s are going to be red. So that's a 7. That hasn't cleared up what the black dot's doing, I don't think. Let's look at this 8 clue where we've got the first red cell. That's green, that's green. 8 is going to be achieved in either 2 or 3 cells. No, how could it be 3 cells? That would need a 1. Sorry, 8 is going to be achieved in either 1 or 2 cells. So the red digit is there or there. These are all green, and now this digit goes red, and it becomes a 9. And these two add up to 9. They're a 3-6 pair. Remaining digits in the row are 2, 4, 5. Does that determine what this V is? No, I don't think it does. If that's not 1 or 9, this isn't 1 or 9 either, because 1 and 9 would go together as an X. Now, is this in the sandwich? No, it's not. This is not in the sandwich because these digits add up to 10, and the sandwich in this row is 8. And therefore, the sandwich doesn't include those cells. It's either confined to the right or to the left, including the crusts. Well, that's not going to work to the right, so it must be to the left, where that's the sandwiched 8. These are the red crust cells. I can start filling in the numbers. Do you know what? This really weird. The 2 clues, two of the clues I've left to the end are the 4s. And they're very helpful because I know that the only way to complete the sandwich there is with a single 4. If you tried to make it 2 digits, one of them would have to be a 1, which is a crust. So in this row, we can just fill it in, actually. There's the 4, and the other crust bounding that is a 9. In this row, I don't know, but what I do know is this digit can't be a 4, because the 4 has to be in a sandwich somewhere here. So that digit is 5. Do you know what? I filled these in completely wrong, didn't I? Because 5 doesn't connect to either of those on the black dot. That's really bad. Okay, I'm sorry. This was either going to be 3, 6, 5, 4. That does add up to 18. Or that was going to be 6, 5, 4, 3. So, I'm sorry about that. That's not right either. You see, I'm literally losing my mind over which dot is which. It would go 6, 3, 4, 5. So that's right, 3, 6 pair on the black dot. Blindingly obvious. 4, 5 pair here. Okay. We're still not resolved. That bit was true. But removing a 4 from there is now not on the agenda. Removing a 4 has been done from those cells, so that's a 4. Now, by Sudoku, there has to be a 4 in column thing. That's here. Oh, look, x plus v equals 50. Oh, that was always going to happen. These are all green. I don't know why I haven't done that. Oh, this is 9 in box 8. I mean, 9 in rows and columns where there's no sandwich clue, not quite such a helpful feat. Ah, this X sees an 8 and a 6, 4 pair. It can't be 1, 9. It must be 3, 7. This V can't have a 1 or a 4 in it. It's a 2, 3 pair. That digit becomes a 5. There's a 1 here by Sudoku. Again, no sandwich clue in its row or column, but never troubled me from completing my colouring. There's a 9 now. Okay, now let's have a look at this 4 row where we know there's a sequence of 1, 4, 9 in one direction or another in this row. Now, where can the crusts go? Well, these cells, but they have to be spaced 2 apart. I think they have to use this one as a crust. Therefore, so that's red. That's green. Now, where does the 1 go? Which side? Well, remember that the sandwich here is a 4. We can't put a 4 there, so we're going to have to put it here. And that's the side the crust goes. We stick in the other crust here. We may have done almost all of the sandwich clues. No, those add up to 8. Right, that's a 3 and a 5. That's very clear suddenly. 7 there. These digits are 2 and 8. This is not a 3 because there's a 2, 3 pair, so it's a 6. That's a 3. This is a 5, 7 pair. That's a 7, 8 pair. This is a 2, 6 pair. These are from 5, 7, 8. These are green because the box has got both reds. Those are green because the row has got both reds. This column needs 2 reds, although neither cell is in a sandwich clue, but I'm still going to do them. That box needs 2 reds. We can fill in those numbers. We must be able to finish off the last red and its number in box 1. It looks like it must be a 9 there. And there's the colouring done. 2, 7, 8, 9, 4, 1. These are from 3, 5, 6. That group sees this cell, which becomes a 2. It's got that right in the end. 5 is looking at the end there. Now I can do these white dots. Now I've corrected these numbers over here. It's getting more and more straightforward. There's a 4 in this row. That's at the beginning. This is a 2, 6 pair. That's a 7, 8 pair. These digits are 2, 3, 7. These ones are 5 and 6. 7 is looking down at that cell, 2 at this cell. This 3, 5 pair is not resolved. Okay, the digits to go down here are 3, 4 and 5, and that 3 places the 3. Then we can do 4, 5, then we can do that 3, 5. This is still not done. I keep wanting to do row. I can put the 4 in row 3, but not the other digit. Now, 4, 4, this is the last 4 in the grid, I think, down in box 7. Still haven't done this cage. 4, 9, 3, 1. Is there a sandwich clue? I haven't done that, but the cage is going to do that for me. Yeah, no. No, I've done all the sandwich clues. Okay, it's not those. It's just Sudoku. How does this finish? These are from 2, 5, 7, 8. Where's 5 in this column? It can't be here because of that. The pencil marking doesn't allow it to be in those places, so it's here. Now, these are from 2, 7, 8, and now I've spotted a 2, 3, 7, 8 quad in this column. So it was kind of, where is 5 in this column as well? And then where is 6? And now that 3 at the top makes this a 2. Now I can finish off the cage. And I think that is the last disambiguation I need for the whole puzzle. 2 and 7 down here are done by the 7, 6 and 2 by the 2. This is a 6 to complete the row, 8 to complete the row. That fixes 7 and 8 in row 3. 8 there, 2 there, and then this last trio to clear up, 3, 2, 7. Not bad at all, and not too hard. Not bad for us, not bad by Sarah. It's certainly a puzzle that you have to work through. It's nice. I mean, some people might well be right that there's 1 or 2 clues there that don't turn out to be absolutely necessary to solve the puzzle. You might have fun working out which ones you could remove, but the whole point about variant Sudoku is it's meant to be enjoyable to solve, and I've enjoyed myself. We'll see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching us on the channel. Bye for now.